Hello students, I am Raghavan Kumar Singh, faculty of US Academy and Institute. We will discuss class 10th economics first chapter development. The idea of development or progress has always been with us. We have aspiration or desires about what we would like to do and how we would like to live. In this chapter, we shall make a beginning for understanding development. It is only through a democratic political process that these hopes and possibilities can be achieved in real life. What development promises different people different goals. People seek things that are most important for them, that is, that which can fulfill their aspirations or desire. In fact, at times, two persons or groups of persons may seek things what are conflicting. So, two things are quite clear. Number one, different peoples can have different development goals. Number two, what may be developed for one may not be developed for the others. It may even be destructive for the others. Whereas development promises and real growth by enhancing total income and standard of living of a person. Different peoples have different development goals. The goals are varying from people to people. For example, a girl from a rich urban family gets as much freedom as her brother and is able to decide what she wants to do in life. She is able to pursue her studies abroad. Now, the income and other goals. People prefer to earn more income for fulfilling their daily requirement of lives. Companies provide material things like money, but people also want non-material things like freedom, security, and a respect of others. Some companies provide less salary but offers regular employment which enhance sense of security. In other case, some companies provide high salary but offers no job security. They reduce sense of securities. Whereas what people desire are regular work, better wages, and decent price for their crops or other product that they produce. In other words, they want more income. People also seek things like equal freedom, equal treatment, security, and respect for others. In some cases, these may be more important than more income or more consumption because material goods are not all that you need to live. Money or material things that one can buy with it is one of the factors on which our life depends on non-material things mentioned above. There are many things that are not easily measured, but they mean a lot to our life. These are often ignored. However, it would be wrong to conclude that what cannot be measured is not important. Similarly, for development, people look at a mix of goals. The development goals that peoples have are not only about better income but also about other important things in their life. Whereas in the national development refers to the ability of a nation to improve the standard of living of its citizen. The standard of living of citizen depends upon per capita income, gross domestic products, literacy rate, and availability of health, etc. These factors are also considered as measures of improvement. While it is important to keep in mind that differs from different peoples could have different as well as conflicting notion of a country development. National development means thinking about the fair and just path for all, whether there is a better way of doing things. How to compare different countries and states. We can compare different countries or states on the basis of per capita income. We cannot take national income to compare different countries because each country has different population rate. Per capita income is calculated by dividing total income of a country to total population of that particular country. Per capita income of country shows that the standard of living of the citizen of that particular company. A country with higher per capita income is more developed than others with less per capita income. Usually, we take one or more important characteristics of persons and compare them based on these characteristics. For comparing countries, their income is considered to be important attribute. One of the most important attributes are company with higher income are more developed than other with less income. The income of the country is the income of all the residents of the country. This gives us the total income of the country. For comparison between countries, total income is not such a useful measure. Hence, we compare the average income, which is the country divided by the total population. The average income is also called the per capita income. In World Development Report brought out by the World Bank, countries per capita income of USD 12,736 per annum and above in 2013 are called rich countries, and those with per capita income of USD 1517 or less are called low income countries. India comes in the category of the low middle income countries because its per capita income in 2013 was just USD 1570 per income per person. So income and other criteria for achieving development goals of peoples not only want better income, they also want non-material things like freedom, security, and respect of others. Let us compare the per capita income of different states in our country. If we see the per capita income of Maharashtra, Kerala, Bihar, or any other state, we are able to know that the highest per capita income of Bihar is at the bottom, whereas Maharashtra has the highest. So, per capita income were to be used as the measure of development, Maharashtra will be considered the most developed state of the country, whereas for development of a nation, average income or per capita income is needed. If per capita income were to be used as the measure of development, Haryana will be considered the most developed and Bihar the least developed state of the three. However, this is not true. If we look at the other criteria, just like the literacy rate, it is the number of peoples above 7 years of age who are able to read and write with understanding. Higher the literacy rate, more developed a state will be. India has a literacy rate of 64%, whereas Kerala has the highest literacy rate and Bihar has the lowest. Infant mortality rate is the number of children that dies before attaining 1 year of age as a proportion of 1000 live birth in a year. It indicates the development of health, facilities in a country, whereas it indicates the other substances related to the particular state or a country. In India, Kerala has the lowest IMR, infant mortality rate, while Bihar has the highest. Net attendance ratio, it is the total number of children of age group 14 and 15 years attending school as a percentage of total number of children in the same age group. In this table, the first column shows that in Kerala, out of 1000 children born, 12 died before completing 1 year of age. But in Haryana, the proportion of children dying within a year of birth was 36, which is 2 times more than the Kerala. This number is 44 in Bihar. Literacy rate in Kerala is 94%, which is higher than Haryana 82% and Bihar 62%. The last column shows that in Kerala 83 children out of 100 aged 14 to 15 are not attending school beyond class 8, which is greater than Haryana 61 and Bihar 43. What about the public facilities? Public facilities is related to the money in your pocket cannot buy all the goods. and services that you need to live well. Income by itself is not a completely adequate indicator of material goods and services that citizens are able to use. Normally, your money cannot buy the pollution free environment or ensures that you get unadulterated medicines unless you can afford to shift to a community that already has all these things. Money may also be able to protect us from infectious diseases unless the whole of your community takes preventive steps. Whereas facilities which are provided by the government considered as public facilities like school, hospitals, community halls, transport, electricity, etc. As we know that Punjab has more income than the average person in Kerala, but Kerala has a low infant mortality rate because of better public system like public distribution system, which provides health and nutritional status to the state. We need public facilities because we are not able to purchase all things by money. We cannot be able to buy a pollution free environment with the help of money. What about the human development? Development of an individual in such a way that he can buy to earn and fulfill his materialistic desire. What about the sustainability of development? Since the second half of the 20th century, a number of scientists have been warning that the present type and level of development are not sustainable. Resources are replenished by nature, as in the case of crop and plants. Resources in the case of groundwater, if we use more than what is being replenished by rain, then we should be over reusing these resources. Whereas sustainability of development comparability or comparatively a new area of knowledge in which scientists, economists, and many other philosophers and other social scientists are working together. As we know, sustainable development, which refers to the development of human with at the same time sustaining the ability of natural systems. It is helpful to fulfill the needs of the human beings without harming the ability of the future. For sustainable development, we have to use non-renewable resources like the carbon-based originally designed fuel for the quantity how much we needed. Some renewable resources like groundwater will take a long time for replenished, so we should use that resource in a finite quantity. Whereas infant mortality ratio refers to the number of children who die before the age of 1 year, as per as the literacy rate, which is also the natural way to literate the people and to know about the states and the country, how much literate the peoples are, which measures the proportion of the literate population in the 7 and above age group, whereas net attending ratio, it is the total number of children of age group 14 and 15 years who attending the schools as a percentage of total number of children in the same age group.